let's start with this. Friendships, often you'll get into simple arguments, simple things, disagreements, and sometimes we end up just like cutting them off. We're like, this person pissed me off. Like, they're not my friend anymore, and then y'all just stop talking, or y'all never communicate about things. Y'all just keep going with your lives and end up playing the child game where one of them just ignores the other one and continues life with like that, you know. But that's not how life should be. I feel like things should be talked about, even in friendships. Even if you know, like, one of you guys messed up, speak up about it. Or if you know something is going on that you're obviously not comfortable, say something about it. It's all about communication. It's all about trust and not letting your ego get in the way. Because when you let ego get in the way, we tend to just feel like people are just judging us or they want to control us. For example, let's put this as an example. Let's say you get upset at your friend because your friend, let's say he did something you didn't like. You go up to him and tell him about it, you know, and talk about it. Sometimes ego is like, oh, you know, you're a bitch, you know, why the fuck are you complaining, you know, like, you know, you're just being sensitive. It's like, okay, like at that point, this person is just not listening to you. They don't care enough to be like, oh, my bad, bro. Like, I won't do that again, or I won't try to affect you in a way that can get you, you know. But it's not always the case. Sometimes some people are more sensitive than others. Other people are more like, they don't give a fuck. They're like, whatever, you know. But I feel like it's good to not give a fuck, but it's also good to have boundaries, you know. Set boundaries for yourself. Whenever you feel sick or whenever you don't feel like talking, you know, communicate. And I'll be honest, that was something that I didn't quite do well yesterday. I didn't really quite communicate. But, you know, like he said on yesterday's video, I saw it. He said that sometimes problems come again into your life because you sometimes don't even learn from them the correct way. And I feel like that's true. It's just like a spiral, you know? You start in the center, you keep going. You fuck up, right? Let's say your ex cheated on you or she broke your heart. You go around and then you go back to that location. This is when you meet someone new. You're afraid this person's gonna cheat on you. So you have the choice to either dodge that obstacle and keep going with the spiral, or fuck up the spiral and never get into a relationship and just keep going and going. You're just never gonna learn if you truly are worthy of a relationship if you haven't even tried it. You're so in here thinking that everybody's gonna cheat on you, which is not true. That's something I struggle with a lot. I still feel like every time I'm talking to someone, I always feel like this person is talking to so many other people, which might be true, but that's just one insecurity of mine, which I think I don't really want to get married at some point. But yeah, ending with that topic, I want to switch into...
Wait, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just real quick. Moment to moment, I feel like we have moments of weakness and moments of strength. And sometimes we think we're on top of the world, but the world's really on top of us. And what we say in moments of strength, we're like, bro, I got this shit. I'm gonna fucking do whatever the fuck I gotta do. But honestly, at moments of weakness, you feel like the world's on top of you. And, you know, you can see the perspective of how strong you were and how weak you are now. So, like, don't think you're above and don't think you're below. I go back to that. One other thing I wanted to say about friendship and stuff. Growing up, one time I almost split up with one of my friends because he threw we found a condom filled with piss and he decided to throw it at me. I fucking ran and he threw it at me. And yeah, I was gonna go home crying. Like, I thought I had AIDS. I didn't know how that shit worked. Yeah, I was fucking pissed.
I would have been pissed too, bro.
Not cool. But what he did after that really stuck with me, because afterwards he grabbed the condom and put it on his arm and stuff, and like, he's like, I'm not gonna lose a friendship over this shit. And him saying that key phrase right there, like, stuck with me, because that's a staple into what makes a good friend. You're not gonna let a friend go down the drain over some little ass shit. So yeah.
Yeah, like, that's a good point, bro. Hell yeah. It, I feel like it only matters if you truly cherish this friendship. Because if I'm being honest, not that those kind of actions, you shouldn't do them to people who obviously don't give the same energy back. It's just so, you just gotta be smart about it. You gotta know who your friends are and what kind of influences they give you. You know, your friends. You know, this is what my parents told me as a kid. Like, your friends, they define you as a person. Whatever person you hang out with or the people you hang out with says a lot about you too. You know, if you hang out with drunks and like smokers and like heavy drug users, obviously you're gonna be influenced by that because you're gonna be peer pressured into it. And but if you hang out with people who push you to try and push you to be yourself, like, hell yeah, bro. Like, those are your fucking friends. Like, people who actually want to see you grow, those are your real friends, not people who are constantly on your ass trying to change you, trying to change the way you are so you can become like them, which is, I don't think it's cool, bro. Like, I never really liked the idea of changing somebody. Like, it sucks. I always, when I tell people, like, the most nicest people, and they're like, man, fuck this world. Like, this world is always like trying to put me down. Like, I hate everybody. I'm like, no, like, I know the world sucks right now, and it will continue to suck, but don't let it change you. Don't let the world change you. Don't let the crowd change you because you're different or because people don't understand you. Like, I get it, bro. Like, I get the feeling of not being understood, and sometimes you don't really need people to understand, bro. You just need yourself to understand. And
True.
find your own ways, bro. Like, find your own opportunities, find your own things. What the mentality I get is, when I want to do something and I'm like, yo, like, I'm about to do this, and I notice like nobody gives a fuck, I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna do this myself. Like, I'm gonna do it myself. Like,
For me.
I got this. Like, I've done this shit before. I can do it again, you know? So, but it's also good to have people around you. It's always good. But it's also good to be, you know, your solo dolo shit. Know what you like, know what you don't like, and, you know, fight fear. Transitioning to fear. Fear is a lot, you know? Fear is what, at the other side of fear, there's knowledge, there's learning. You learn from everything after fear. Oh shit, I think we have to move, bro. Oh, never mind. But yeah, a lot of people are afraid to try new things. I myself, I'm afraid to try new things because I always be quick with the consequence. I'm like, if I do this, then fuck, I'm not gonna have money for next week, or I'm not gonna have gas for tomorrow, or, oh, like, I gotta wake up early tomorrow. It's like, you know, sometimes you gotta do things selfishly, you know. I'll be honest. Damn, this is bad. A lot of people may see it as bad, but I don't know. Last Sunday I didn't go to church because I didn't feel like it. And I told my mom, I was like, Mom, I don't want to go to church because it's cold. But in reality, I didn't want to go. I just didn't feel like it. It may seem like a sin, like, religiously, it's a sin to not go to church, you know. If I die now, I'm going to hell automatically. But the thing is, like, it sucks that I don't even have my own control of my own death, you know? Right? Going to his point about talking about death, you know? A lot of people have different interpretations of death. I grew up thinking that there's heaven and hell. But I feel like in reality, whatever, people deserve the life they deserve. If you're an asshole, you're going to deserve the shit that comes to you. If you're a good person, you deserve the shit that's going to come to you. Everybody has a deserving death. Everybody has a deserving life.
Karma.
If you fuck up life, and if you're living a really bad life, you know deep down you're living a bad life, you deserve what's coming to you. You deserve all those hardships. You deserve to be on the fucking ground. Because if you're just thinking and spreading hate in the world, then you're just not a good person. You're just not a good soul. A good person decides to change. A good person says, I don't want to be this person anymore, and tries.
Integrity.
And it's fucking hard, you know, but they try. Trying is the key, you know. Fuck it, you know, let's give it a shot. You never know if it works out or if it doesn't. If it doesn't, then fuck it. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, I didn't go to church. I felt guilty, but at the same time, it's like, I didn't feel like it, and I wanted to play bass, so I took the time and did that. But I don't know. Religion has a lot of ways of saying death. that's them. I have my own ways of thinking about life. I honestly don't think God will punish us for being human, you know? He gave us these feelings, he gave us everything, he gave us this world, and we were born here without a choice. So whatever we feel inside, and it's okay. If you feel anger, let it feel, but don't give it to others. Talk about it. Be human about it. Be like, fuck yeah, like, dude, I'm fucking pissed off today. Hate it, you know? And it's good to talk about things, but I don't know. God is a really big topic. I just don't think God is a bad person, but I do know he has justice. He's a God of justice. He knows what's fair and what's not fair. And he will guide you through life, through people, tell you about where you're going, what path you're going. And even some people just randomly give you advice and it's like, oh, this is what I fucking need. And like, how do you know?
Yes.
Because it's God working. He's trying to guide you through the right direction. But everybody has a purpose in life. You have a purpose. You know, person watching this behind the camera, you have a purpose. He has a purpose, I have a purpose. But we all see it differently. That's why sometimes advice doesn't stick. Because we're all going through our own shit, our own way, our own destination. And we all experience different things differently. So not all advice is going to hit. But the only advice that's going to hit is the advice that we deep down know we need. But anyways, Terry, go ahead, bro. Yeah. I feel like I was talking, dude. I was talking this whole time.
No. I'm just standing here with my head like this, but good. You know, all good stuff. I wanted to kind of steer off because you said something about karma, and that made me think about, what you put in is what you get out, and I think that karma is just seeing the other side of the coin. You know, if say you treat someone shitty, and then later on someone treats you shitty, you see what that build up, like that fucked up emotion, what it turned into, and now you see the other side to it. So I think that's all karma is. I don't think it's like you did something bad and then instant karma, even though that is funny. Sometimes instant karma is funny, but I think that you reap what you sow at a certain point. You know, if you just keep putting good into the air, I think life's gonna have your back. If you help people and stuff, people are going to see it. It's going to be part of your attitude. It's just who you are. So, you know, I think life will work out, and I think we see that enough every day of our little worries just working out and just being okay, and we're still here. And the thing about death is we are pretty fragile. We think that we're not. We think we're going to be here in our own control, on our own time, but as we take a step forward, death takes a step back, and eventually it's going to catch your toe. So you don't know when that is. So we get comfortable, but just keep trying to keep switching shit up and keeping shit fresh, and you have one life to live. So YOLO. Any ending comments?
Ending comments. Just be nice to everybody, even if people are annoying or sometimes can piss you off, or if people are just, you know, like me, I feel like I'm stuck in a loop, but I'm trying to change it now. But if you feel like life is beating you up, just always find a change of attitude. Find an opportunity to change your attitude, and, you know, embrace those feelings. I'm not saying don't, but embrace those feelings. Feel that hate, feel that happiness, feel that sadness, and then, you know, look at the bright side of it. Never look at the bad, because then you'll build a story, you'll build a narrative, and you'll just continue down that hole. You'll never get out of it. But you gotta fight the virus. You gotta fight that shit, put it away, and just be happy. You know, not happy, but like just try every day. Give it a shot. Do something selfish for yourself. Do something that you're afraid to do. I don't know, talk to that girl in your class, or talk to the fucking store clerk and be like, hey, how's it going? How you feeling today? You know, stuff like that. You know, it's always good. I feel like if you put good like that, love out there like that, I feel like that's what God wants us to do, to love each other like that. Because God is love, literally. God is love. He loves us a lot. He's literally love. So love yourself, especially important. Love yourself. Do whatever the fuck you need to do, and then once you're ready, get back and lock in, get money, invest on your future, and boom, yeah.
And I would say have grit. you know, get up, fall, and keep going again. And it's not for social status. It's not so you could look like the biggest and the baddest. It's because you need to. You know, you need to just keep trying and evolving and having tough skin. So I encourage that as a generation. So, adios.
All right, peace out.